Something a little more cool?
No.
Okay.
Today we are talking about why subs have kind of got this toxic culture to them and why dubs have kind of always been good. Take it away, my friend.
So, as someone who enjoys a very weirdly niche section of the anime sphere, I have found myself more consistently watching dubs than subs. I know I'm not a real anime fan, nor do I know what I'm talking about. But funny thing, it doesn't matter. I get there's this whole thing with like dubs can't translate correctly, but it gets the basic story across. And I hate to break it to you, but story's a story's a story. Yes, I do watch subtitles, but I'm only going to watch subtitles either the first time around or after I've watched the dub and I already get the gist of everything and I want to see what the original translation through sub was like. But now subs and dubs are getting so good that these subtitles are almost word for word the dub. So there's not really much of a point in watching the subtitles when you can watch the dub, or my favorite, you can have the Japanese subtitles with the dub, and all you have to worry about is like one word changes.
So let's talk about where all this came from originally. There was only around 2 to 3, maybe 4 studios that were doing dubs back in the day, and they were pretty bad at them. Like you look at 4Kids dubs that were just historically trash, and they're the way that they messed up Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, everything that was on the Fox box growing up basically got destroyed by 4Kids. And that's where a lot of that like stigma comes from, where people feel like they can't get the same content or context because they were also editing these for children on top of that. So that was like the big issue where dubs really got their stigma to it. And then it progressively got better over time as Funimation got better at it, as other studios continued to roll out and be better about this and realizing that the context of the original story matters a lot more. So now when the dub of Demon Slayer comes out, it's basically a one-to-one bar and there's not a lot of changing in between. And plus you have actors that are getting more into their roles and understanding the purpose of the story instead of just reading lines, which is what happened a lot of the time before, like in the early 90s, that we can forgive by this point. So
that's also to mention the fact that at this time, America really stigmatized animation as something not for adults and that there couldn't really be adult animation. Yes, there were shows that were definitely adult and animated as well as movies, but the common thought process, you can see this most clearly through the Oscars, is that animation for kids, you can't have dark adult animation.